The Guardians of Light. 10 Keyblade wielders who have chosen to fight to protect the light of Kingdom Hearts. At first glance, they don't seem too impressive, but the powers and abilities they display makes them stronger than you think and has led me to believe these are some of the strongest characters in gaming. Today I'll be ranking them from weakest to strongest and explaining their feats and strength as we go. Spoilers for the entire series ahead.
Starts with an S. Right? Sora?
Kyrie is the newest addition to the Guardians, so it's no surprise that she is at the bottom. That's not to say she is weak, as she has proven to be somewhat formidable, as she has caught, or at least almost caught, Xemnas off guard, failing her reaction command in the process, and got binded instead. Xemnas is a founding member of Organization 13, which is a group of powerful nobodies, which I could do a scale on if this video receives enough attention. But anyways, these nobodies can manipulate concepts such as space and time, with Xemnas ranking above them all. Xemnas also easily speed blitzes Kyrie, proving that in a 1v1 she would easily be outclassed. Later, Kyrie defeats Xehanort alongside Sora, Xehanort being one of the strongest, if not the strongest, Keyblade wielder alive, and ranking even above Xemnas. This would be more impressive if not for Sora being there, borderline cheating using his power of waking, which I'll explain more when I get to Sora's scaling. By this point in the story, Kyrie, even being the weakest Guardian, is still impressive, with her scaling above KH1 Riku. I say this because Axel in Calm scales above KH1 Riku, and Kyrie scales to Axel currently. Riku is a character who can walk around in the realm of darkness. This realm is one where time doesn't exist, and being able to move here breaks the speed formula, giving Kyrie a form of immeasurable speed. This is number 10, and we're already at immeasurable speed.
Simply amazing, Roxus.
Axel.
You really do remember me this time. I'm so flattered!
Moving on to our next character. Axel is also a new Keyblade wielder. He is no stranger to combat, as I've mentioned before. Before even obtaining his Keyblade, Axel has been able to stand toe-to-toe against a rusty Roxus and even Chain of Memory Sora. Later in KH3, Axel reacts somehow to Terranort's attack. Terranort is Xehanort, using a younger, potentially stronger body. This would make this an incredible feat, if not for someone else doing it better. But we'll get to that later. And also the fact that he gets bodied by Tera Xehanort in the process. That's not to knock the fact that Axel is comparable to Saïx and a conflicted Shion, who are both about half as strong as Sora. It's only if you believe that Saïx and Shion haven't gotten stronger since 358, where Roxus defeated both of them, with Roxus holding half of Sora's power. If you believe they have, then obviously this would also make Axel stronger. Alongside Roxus and Shion, Axel is also able to face Xemnas, but we have to stress alongside, because without them...
Is this supposed to be a Keyblade? Or is it some sort of joke?
Wow, Shion, I didn't know you could use the Keyblade.
You know? Neither did I.
Shion scales above Axel and Kyrie because a conflicted no-memory Shion keeps up with both of them in battle. Shion and Isa win the 2v3 versus Axel, Kyrie, and Sora, which is why I'm placing Shion above Axel and Kyrie. As Shion is a puppet created to clone Roxus' powers, naturally she scales to him. In an interview with Nomura, he states that before Shion's final battle with Roxus, Xemnas gave her a stronger body, and there's no reason to think he didn't do the same for her during the events of KH3, as they would obviously need 13 darknesses that could keep up in battle with the Guardians.
Our union was not finished. The Keyblade shouldn't stay broken like this. Join me now. We can complete the Keyblade! I've got a better idea. How about I destroy you both?
Ventus is 1,000 years old and he's still fucking trash. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Ventus, for me, was the hardest character to rank because we are led to believe that Ventus is up there in strength along with the other Wayfinder trio, which will come up later in this video, but considering how quickly he loses to Xehanort and Terranort, I don't buy it. Aqua and Tera are comparable to Terranort, so this guy is a fucking disgrace. And considering Terranort goes for the weakest guardians when he attacks Kyrie and Axel, and completely ignores Aqua when she's right next to Ben, I don't think I'm far off in saying Ventus is among the weaker guardians. Ventus' best feat is fighting Ventus to a draw. Ventus is formidable in his own right, being Xehanort's right-hand man, at least in Birth by Sleep. Ventus is strong enough to confidently challenge Aqua numerous times, giving her a good fight each time, but always loses. By the end game, Ventus and Ventus are borderline equals, and fuse into Ventus Ventus. There's no better abbreviation for that name, unfortunately, and wield the X-Blade, which is the original and strongest Keyblade, and is the literal key to Kingdom Hearts, which is a power capable of resetting the entire universe, which is many universes in size, as each world you visit in Kingdom Hearts is its own separate universe with their own flow of time and space. This can be proven by the fact that worlds don't know of one another, and if they were just other planets, they would obviously know of each other, and wouldn't need to be kept secret. With the X-Blade, Ventus is strong enough to take on two Keyblade wielders, but ultimately loses because Ben is trash. Ventus on his own wouldn't scale as nearly to endgame Aqua.
Hands off my friends.
It cannot be.
I decided to scale Roxus above Ventus because Roxus and Sora are borderline equals, if you want to go by Nomura's interview, and how they both do about as good as each other against Xemnas, if not Roxus doing slightly better with Roxus' appearance, forcing Xemnas to dodge and him being genuinely shook by his appearance. This ultimately becomes a Xemnas versus Ventus debate, and if you think Ventus is above Xemnas, then you can put Ventus in the number 6 spot.
Tera's heart has been extinguished, smothered by the darkness within him!
My name is Master Aqua. Now return my friend's heart, or pay the price!
Aqua, or as my woman affectionately calls her, Midqua, fittingly is placed at number 5. Aqua is a very strong guardian, with many people even thinking she is the strongest. Aqua spent 10 years in the realm of darkness, fighting many Heartless with minimal rest. Aqua is also probably the second best magic user. If you think she is the best, that's fine, it doesn't change her placing. Aqua is one of the only guardians with the rank of Master, which is a title only held by powerhouses like Xehanort. Aqua is strong enough to fight Ventus Ventus alongside Mickey, but only beats him after Ventus shatters his own heart, ending his fusion with Ventus, and the X-Blade along with it. Aqua also faces a weakened Terranort and defeats him after a hard-fought battle. The reason I say weakened is because this Terranort is having an internal battle within his heart, and also has amnesia.
So, I shall release you now, Princess. Complete the keyhole with your power. Open the door. Lead me into everlasting darkness.
Sora!
Forget it! There's no way you're taking Kyrie's heart!
Sora ranks this high because he is as strong as Roxus, outperforms Aqua in Kingdom Hearts 3, and has the power of Waking. In Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora puts the beats on Anti-Aqua. Anti-Aqua is the same Aqua at rank 5, with possibly a Darkness hand. And with Sora's power of Waking, he has been able to power up his comrades, Waken Sleeping Hearts, which is the KH equivalent of bringing people back to life, and even rewriting fate. With the power of Waking, Sora has been able to fight Terranort and give him a decent fight, but if it wasn't for lingering, little Sora would have lost his life in the fight twice.
Darkness awaits you!
They'll pay for this.
Michael is another Keyblade builder, who I think is the strongest magic user with his access to magic such as Stopsa and even Ultima. With Stopsa, Mickey was able to freeze time for almost all organization members, including Xemnas and Ansem. Ansem is just as strong as Xemnas, if not stronger, so freezing them both is impressive, to say the least.
Riku, you gonna take that off?
Oh.
In the case of Riku, you can swap him with Mickey if you want, but for me, these two reasons are why Riku is at number 2. When Riku and Mickey are both in the realm of darkness, Mickey gets captured by a demon tide, which is an amalgamation of Heartless. When the demon tide traps Mickey, Anti-Aqua appears from it and challenges Riku. Riku, being the GOAT, squares up and gets absolutely ready to put the beats on her, if not for the demon tide interfering. Even then, after fighting both Aqua and the demon tide, he only gets tired, eventually defeating the demon tide with Sora's help. Riku also defeats young Xehanort, after young Xehanort swats Mickey away like a fly. Young Xehanort in this fight is stated by Nomura that he was channeling Master Xehanort's power. This feat can be dismissed though if you think that the only reason young Xehanort beat Mickey so easily is because Mickey was already tired from casting Stopsa on the rest of the organization.
Who are you? Got you, Xehanort.
Tera?
Here come all the Tera haters claiming that he's dumb. No, you dumb. In BBS, Tera fights Xehanort and Ventus for a brief moment, and acts like Ventus doesn't exist, tanking his attacks and only focusing on Xehanort. After being goaded by Xehanort, he gets stronger and puts the beats on Xehanort. He also beats Terranort so hard, he gives him amnesia. I also believe this is the strongest version of Terranort, because this is before the amnesia and inner struggle. Remember when Axel reacted to Terranort's attack? This is Tera reacting to it. This is incredibly impressive, because Lingering Will had to clear a distance from God knows where. This is something that neither Mickey nor Riku could react to, while being closer than Lingering Will would be. Not even Aqua, who was right there, could react to this attack. Tera is also the only character to fight 2 replica Xehanorts, which is something that not even a Riku who had a Sora bond at the time could do. Mickey does take on 12 replicas, but this is only because of Sora's power of waking and Bondan. As soon after Mickey defeats the Xehanort, Sora takes over for him. And if you replace Mickey with anyone in this scene, I'm positive the result would be the same. The Lingering Will does lose to Sora in Kingdom Hearts 2, but we are unsure of the canonicity of this fight. I do think the fight is canon, due to Mysterious Man in Kingdom Hearts 1, and Yozora in Kingdom Hearts 3 being canon. And excluding William would be weird. However, this doesn't change Tera's placing, due to Sora not accomplishing this feat on his own. Donald and Goofy are there to help, and even though they might not be helpful in-game, story-wise Donald and Goofy are extremely helpful, with them being the reason Sora wins the last confrontation with Xehanort. Tera is easily the strongest, and though I will not get off his knee, I'll blaze Tera until I am proven wrong. Thank you for watching till the end of this video. If you liked the video, I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. It's easy to do, and if you decide you hate my ass, you can always unsubscribe later. It does feel good to be back on YouTube after my 2-year hiatus. I do plan on following through with this time. I might be slow with the content, so bear with me. I do have a full-time job, but I plan on getting videos out at least monthly. And if this thing takes off, hey, who knows? But thank you again, and see ya.